Coming up, we've got results from Monday. We've got some driver news from California, what's happening tonight across dirt racing, and we wonder just who the hell is running the Hell Tour this season. Let's go. Today is Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. Welcome into DIRTcar Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. We now have 4 races complete for the All-Star Circuit of Champions during Ohio Sprint Speed Week, and we've had 4 different winners following Justin Peck's score on Monday night at Wayne County. If you watched last night, it sort of felt like everything that could delay the program happened at various times through the night. It was a really hot day, and the ambulance had to be called out a few times. Hopefully everybody was okay that had some health issues last night. There were also problems with the lights, and all of this kind of happened while the event was trying to get finished up quickly as rain was inbound. My guy Sprint Fun, Dan McFarland, he had some issues getting home last night. I had to pull over his car just because of the storm that was coming through. Corey Eliason started on the pole of the feature, and that team desperately needed to grab a good finish, which they ultimately did, leading 14 laps and finishing 5th. It was only their 5th top 5 of the season, and it's been 20 races since the Rudine 26 was in victory lane. They are trying to climb out of a massive hole in the All-Star standings right now. Peck got by Eliason on lap 15 and was unchallenged the rest of the way, picking up his 3rd win of the season. Kel Thomas was 2nd. That was his best series finish in almost 4 years. Points leader Tyler Courtney rounded out the podium on the night. With 5 nights of Speed Week still to come, Cap Henry's consistency sees him atop the week-long standings. He has finishes of 4th, 2nd, and 6th. Peck, Courtney, Dietrich, and Wise trail in the week-long standings. As for the season-long championship, Sunshine and Peck continue to separate themselves from the rest of the field, with Peck trailing now by 48 points. Both me and the DIRTtracker.com analytics prediction formula remained very cold last night. It had Courtney, I had Henry. It's been 10 days since either of us had a correct win pick. Over on Twitter, though, I did correctly call Zeb Wise to go quick time on the night, so I should at least get partial credit for the assignment on that one. Cap Henry already has a win at Sharon this season, while Spencer Baston, Danny Dietrich, and Justin Peck were winners there in 2021. The prediction formula is again going Courtney for tonight. It's definitely not giving up on that, but I'm going to go off the rails and say that Danny Dietrich becomes the first repeat winner of the week. His last 4 All-Star races at Sharon have been a 4th, a win, a 7th, and a 5th. Following tonight, the All-Stars continue the busy stretch with stops at Atomic, Waynesfield, Limaland, and Portsmouth. Out in Kansas last night, the XR Super Series took on the Belleville High Banks for $20,000 to win. It was all Jonathan Davenport out front. Coming off that $1 million win at Eldora just a few days ago, Superman set quick time, won his heat race, and led all 20 laps of the main event. Chris Madden and Chase Younghands joined him on the podium. It was JD's 2nd XR win of the year to go along with his Florida Dirt Nationals win from April. The event did only draw 21 cars, and after some issues last night, the track and XR have made the decision to actually run tonight's 40,000 win race on the quarter-mile track instead of the big half-mile like they did last night. The race will be 50 laps. I feel like with so many teams coming off 4 days at Eldora, this tow all the way to Kansas was going to be difficult, kind of especially with the current state of parts and tires and fuel prices. There's plenty of quality in the field with JD and Madden, Strickler, Fergie, Jimmy Owens, Bloomer, and plenty of other guys there to compete. Tonight's racing will be completely different, though, moving over to the quarter mile. So it should be a 50-lap slugfest. You can watch this one live over on XR+. Elsewhere tonight, if you want more late model racing, the Summer Nationals kicks off its 2022 season at Kankakee County Speedway. 32 races in 6 weeks with a possible champions check of $39,000 on the line. Tonight's feature pays $5,000 to win for the late models and $1,500 to win for the modifieds. After tonight, we've got Peoria, Davenport, and Tri-City up next. Bobby Pierce and Nick Hoffman are the 2 defending series champions, and it sounds like Hoffman is back to defend his title on the modified side. On the late model side, though, I have absolutely no idea who will be competing for this championship. With so much other late model racing happening this season and kind of big payouts available around the country, I feel like this could be a light year for Summer Nationals full-timers. I've seen possibly Peyton Freeman, and there was talk of maybe Cody Overton running the whole thing, but outside of that, I'm not sure, and there's really nothing in the way of information from the series on this front. Looking at tonight, we should see names like Ryan Unzicker, Brian Shirley, Pierce, McKay Wanger, and Tanner English. With the World of Outlaws quiet for another 10 days, we could get some Dennis Erb Jr. sightings as well. I feel like nightly car counts shouldn't really be a big issue, as enough locals will come through to fill these fields. But I don't know how many will go the whole distance for the next 6 weeks. It's something we'll just have to keep an eye on as the summer rolls along. And this could be, those situations that you get with the Summer Nationals where it's like somebody gets hot, over a couple of weeks and they decide to just stick it out and take on that championship. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens here, play it by ear. Don't forget, you can watch all of these races live over on Dirt Vision. And if you're an open wheel fan, Eastern Storm starts tonight for the USAC Division Sprint Cars and Silver Crown Cars. Over the next 6 nights, we get sprint cars at Grandview, Bridgeport, Selinsgrove, Williams Grove, Port Royal, and Bloomsburg Fair. There are also Silver Crown cars at Port Royal on Saturday. 1 year ago, Robert Ballou was the mini-series champion, and he also bagged a victory at Bridgeport. Justin Grant won twice, and Kevin Thomas Jr. was the other winner. Sprint cars have only had 8 races so far in 2022, so this week could potentially almost double the amount of completed features on the year. JG currently leads Emerson Axum by only 5 points in the season-long standings, with Ballou, Brady Bacon, and CJ Leary completing the top 5. With so much racing coming up, though, these standings could change early and often. The prediction formula likes Ballou tonight, and it's easy to see why. He hasn't finished worse than 3rd in his last 5 USAC starts. He's got 2 wins during that stretch as well. I'm going to go Bacon, though. He won at Grandview last year, and he's coming off that Extreme Outlaw win at Lake Ozark over the weekend. All of these USAC shows can be watched live over on Flow Racing if you cannot get to the racetrack. The World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series announced yesterday that the previously postponed race at Tri-City Speedway has now been canceled outright after officials could not find a suitable replacement date. If you had tickets, you will get a refund on your account, or you can you'll get a credit on your account, or you can request a refund by July 13th. For more information on that, head over to worldofoutlaws.com. And out in California, we had a sprint car driver and team part ways following the Friday night shows at Ocean Speedway. Joe Myers Jr. and Vertullo Motorsports are no longer paired, and Myers tweeted they will continue to race their family car at various events going forward. Myers was 14th in the NARC show at Ocean in the 83V, but did not run with that series on Saturday at Placerville. He did finish on the podium in the Sprint Car Challenge Tour, though, at the Broadway. Through this opening stretch of the season, Myers was a top 10 runner in the NARC standings and recently had 7th place finishes at Southern Oregon Speedway and Thunderbolt Raceway. No word yet on who might be next in the seat for Vertullo, but I feel like even with this bump in the road, the future is still very bright for Myers. Remember, he's still only 15 years old and I think has a ton of talent, so bright things still to come for Joel Myers Jr. It's a busy Tuesday across the streaming services with 8 shows going on tonight. The Belleville Dirt Nationals conclude on XR+. Flow Racing has the All-Stars and USAC Sprint Cars. Dirt Vision has Summer Nationals plus weekly racing at Jackson Motorplex and Millbridge. And Dirt Track Digest has action from New Egypt. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. Don't forget that I'm taking the next 2 days off, so no daily show on Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll be back for another fresh daily on Friday. That's it for the show today. Have a good Tuesday. Enjoy the next couple of days of dirt racing. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back on Friday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.